I can remember as a teenager being obsessed with what I eat in a day. And this is pre-social media, so it was mostly in magazines. There'd be all these famous people, and at the time what people could consider influencers now. And I would spend so much time and headspace trying to sort out how to get those foods, what to eat, how to honestly reduce what I was eating because it was always such small amounts of food. And I contribute that to the development of my own disordered eating over time. Was it the only thing? No, but it was definitely a contributor because the message was, if I can't eat the way they're eating, there's something wrong with me and I should be eating in that way. And because I'm not, then it means that I'm eating too much food. What I eat in a day videos are all over. They became popularized in magazines, then on YouTube, now on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram. And they come from all different kinds of accounts. And in my personal opinion, as a dietitian who specializes in helping people to heal their relationship with food in their body, I think what I eat in days are super harmful. And so we're gonna get into all of it in this video, why I think they're harmful, the reasons why they're harmful, and why generally I would recommend that you don't follow or watch or look at what I eat in a day videos. If you are on your own food and body image healing journey, be sure to check out the free resource that I created for you below. It is a journaling and activity calendar where every month you're given questions and activities to do related to healing your relationship with food and your body. When you are doing this work, you need as many resources as possible, and this can be one of many. I promise you it will help you wherever you're at on your food and body image healing journey, so be sure to check that out. My name is Catherine Metzelaar. I'm a registered dietitian, certified intuitive eating counselor, and eating disorder specialist, here to help you create peace with food and your body so that all of it takes up less headspace and you can live your life with more freedom, abundance, and joy. You definitely want to take a listen to this. What I eat in a day videos often perpetuate this belief that there's this one size fits all to eating. So when you're looking at what I eat in a day, the person is presenting what they're eating in the day, but the assumption is that they eat like that most days, all days, don't really vary what they're eating. And this creates the experience for a lot of people of feeling like, I need to eat in that way or else. I need to eat in that way to be healthier. I need to eat in that way because I really respect and admire this celebrity or this person. I need to eat in this way to be in a certain body size. And this is particularly harmful because every single person's body needs a different amount of food, and that amount of food varies per day. Every single day, your nutritional needs are going to change. You might eat more some days, you might eat less on certain days, and no way that any other person is eating is best for you. That is a very individual experience. And so when you see what I eat in a day, it can often create this experience or belief pattern that you should be eating in that way, and that's the right and only way to eat. It is a normal part of being human to compare yourself to others, but what I eat in a day videos particularly bring up comparison, which usually leads to a felt sense of dissatisfaction about the food that you're eating, anxiety about the food that you're eating, judgment about the food that you're eating. And that can be really hard because all of a sudden when you're watching what I eat in a day, you start to feel like what you're eating is wrong, that you're eating too much. You start to feel guilt too, which is super common. And so it really disrupts your connection to food, your relationship with food, and leaves you feeling constantly, usually, like you're doing it wrong because you're comparing yourself to this person's video or videos about what they're eating in a day that may or may not be accurate and or may not be appropriate for you and your nutritional needs. The videos also perpetuate the belief that thin is the ideal. Think about all the videos and what I eat in a days. How many people are in thin bodies? How many people are elevated on certain platforms that also have what I eat in a days? And what ends up happening is you see these videos and the belief, whether you're aware of it or not, that is enforced and also perpetuated. It keeps showing up over and over again, is that thin is better. And in order, by extension, in order to be in a thin body, then you just need to eat like the person that is doing the what I eat in a day video. And this is really harmful because body diversity is part of being a human. Even if everybody ate exactly the same way, in the case of what I eat in a day, there would still be body diversity. There would still be people of all body shapes and sizes. And so this ends up creating often patterns for folks of disordered eating because they're trying so hard to attain or achieve or get close to the thin ideal that is part of our culture. And they end up restricting their food intake to try to look like the person or influencer that is doing what I eat in a days. And this can be really harmful. These videos also place an unnecessary emphasis on eating windows. Think about all the what I eat in a days you've seen. It's usually breakfast and lunch and dinner and snacks. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. As I've talked about in other videos, human bodies tend to need food every 2 to 4 hours, and therefore that ends up looking like in a day's time about 3 meals and 2 to 3 snacks. But what ends up happening is that it gets pretty rigid and sometimes restrictive from what I've seen in what I eat in a days. And it does create this feeling like I only have these specific windows that I can eat. And if I eat outside of those windows, it means that I'm doing something wrong. I bet you have felt this way after watching what I eat in a day, or maybe just generally, but especially after watching a what I eat in a day, because of the message in the what I eat in a day videos. It's saying that if you eat outside of these specific windows, then you're doing it wrong, that you're overeating, that you're eating too much, that you need to really control what you're eating. You might even get messages about being out of control. And so there's a lot of rigidity from these videos that I often see as a result of watching them. It doesn't create the flexibility that I would want someone to have, which is paying attention to your nutritional needs, thinking about your body needing food every 2 to 4 hours approximately, but also knowing that sometimes we get hungrier an hour later, or sometimes we need more food on certain days. We want there to be flexibility alongside of meeting nutritional needs, which what I eat in a days do not promote. Lastly, these videos are often very rooted in privilege and access. There's no mention or discussion around people who don't have consistent access to food. And also, a lot of these videos are comprised of all kinds of ingredients and powders and potions and foods that usually cost a lot of money. It is rare that I see someone that has had or created one of these videos that is just eating a variety of different kinds of foods, that there aren't certain labels like organic or clean or supplemental things they're adding in, or things that have lots and lots of steps. And so it often does create this really unrealistic and often unattainable way of eating for a lot of people. So again, that just adds to the guilt and fear and difficulty around eating, because you see these videos and you think, well, I can't afford that. I can't eat in that way. I don't have consistent access to food, so I can't eat like that. But now I'm feeling like, I'm doing something wrong. I'm not eating the right kinds of foods. I'm gonna be sick and unhealthy if I'm not eating exactly like that. And so from that perspective, I find that they're really unsupportive, because the individuals that are making the videos often have a ton of privilege and access and are able to comprise their videos. Who knows if they're actually eating that way, but they're able to comprise their videos of all these supplemental things that they're using or making to eat in a day, which most people can't afford or can't access, and or don't want to eat it because it doesn't even taste good. In my opinion, and in summary, I think that what I eat in a day videos cause more harm than good, even for videos that are done from disordered eating and eating disorder accounts. I think that often it distorts our own relationship with food and leaves us feeling a lot of comparison to other people, and leaves us feeling guilty, feeling anxiety around food, and doesn't really represent an accurate depiction of what the person might be eating. We really don't know what's going on for somebody behind the scenes. And what I would want for you, and my hope, is that you are developing your own unique relationship with food, that you have flexibility and variety with food, and that eventually you don't need to look at what I eat in a days from other people, because you'll know that they cause harm and they throw you off because it leaves you feeling like you're doing something wrong. You should be eating like them, to look like them, which is a lie. So I want you to take this into consideration next time a what I eat in a day pops up for a celebrity or someone that you're really interested in, just to be cautious about the impact that this can have on you in developing potentially disordered eating behaviors or continuing to just feel terrible about what you eat in a day. If you like this video, I always appreciate a like below. Be sure to check out that free resource that I've created for you. And if you've watched What I Eat in a Days, I'd be so curious to know your experience around it. Did you like them? Did you find that they were helpful, not so helpful? Let us know below, and I will see you back here soon.